here's what we need to do: is sit down and explain what we're doing here. But this is the second ever episode. What's going to be the first ever posted episode of Postcoital Loveline or Off-Air Loveline or?
But it's not really Loveline because, as we could tell from last week. Well, I can't speak for you, Anderson, but I don't really have any advice for people. It
is Loveline. Watch this. Hello there, son. What show are you calling for?
Yeah. I'm calling for the Loveline.
Yeah, see,
What's going on?
Thanks for calling.
Well, let's take it.
No, I just hung up on him. But see, he was calling for Loveline, so it's Loveline related.
But here's the thing: is I don't want to take that guy's call anywhere because he said I'm calling for the Loveline.
Yeah,
that's like saying I'm going to see the Led Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a new band in the last fucking. Sorry.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. The Duran Duran.
The Duran Duran. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You know that band Pixies?
Even what'd be worse? Cars. I'm going to see Cars. No, it's the Cars.
The movie Cars?
No, Cars.
Terry, that's probably the worst Pixar movie ever made.
I love that movie.
No,
I love it.
Terrible taste.
Love it. Love it. My only issue with that, I love that movie.
No good.
It's a great story. I love small town stories. And that's a small town story.
Yeah, it's old Route
My biggest problem with that movie is the fact that they used an older version of the Porsche because I like the new ones with the round lights.
So my idea that I came up with over the week, because we're trying to figure out what the show is each of us, even Tyler.
Hey, you know what's funny is you came up with an idea for the show and we haven't discussed it. Isn't that weird that we're doing it now?
We discussed it on the phone.
We did?
My God, your brain.
God, I'm seriously out of it.
Yeah. We talked about it. This will ring
Was
true.
it today? Did we talk about it? Because
this was
a bad day to talk
3 or 4 days ago. And we talked. I said we should come up with a topic. It could be anything. Just something interesting, something that interests us greatly.
Okay.
Right? Like a really great thing in history that maybe we missed or wasn't told properly by our high school teacher, or maybe like something about maybe like Hannibal going over the Alps, something, or anything we want to talk about.
Thanks for bringing up something I have no idea what you're talking about.
See, you would though if I did the research on that and I came in. Then we each get like our allotted time. Like I'll get like the first 5 minutes or whatever, or you'll get 5 minutes, and then every like 3 or 4 minutes we just go to a random call, and no matter what we're talking about, we get interrupted.
I'll definitely try that, but I have a feeling it sounds kind of like a game show, and it sounds like there's pressure involved.
There's gonna be stress and pressure.
That's what I mean. It's like all of a sudden,
and I want the show
new topic.
I want the show to be like not like an hour long. Not 30
45 minutes.
I want it to be like 47 minutes.
That's perfect.
Or 47. Or maybe
totally
figure out like a police code for something, so we'll make it 47 minutes and 32 seconds or something.
Let's do it.
It'll be clever.
Yeah, but how are we going to time it?
We can tell the web nerds, whoever runs the site, Tyler.
Why would you call them web nerds? Because aren't we web nerds?
Well, I mean, we're on the web. But we can tell the people that run it and push the buttons to program it so that the feed cuts off at exactly 47 minutes.
You know what? Here's what I don't... Okay, we can... That's fine.
But anyways, I came in with a topic. Did you come in with a topic?
I'll make one up after I hear yours.
That's not how we do this. And then, Tyler, do you have a topic?
I do have a topic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
So go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, I was going to say, what if we're on a roll and there's something interesting, and this is a bad example since we're not on a roll right now, but what if we're talking about something interesting and all of a sudden...
I know, and then...
45:27, click, off.
Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen. But here's what will make you remember our conversation about talking about the show. I was saying we're going to talk about really big ideas, big issues, big things that have shaken the world and like been really cool and amazing, earth-shattering, and then we'll... just right in the middle of that, we'll cut in with a Loveline call about someone's itchy balls or something.
Then we go right back to
it. And then, and it'll totally, like, we'll belittle that person's call because it'll seem like, in juxtaposition, it'll seem like such a ridiculous little thing that this person's, like, upset because their lesbian girlfriend left them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I give it a lot of thought to this.
We're just talking about something earth-shattering. That was my idea. But go ahead.
Do you think we're going to have that many earth-shattering things to talk about?
Oh, there's a lot of earth-shattering things.
Hey, I just thought of a topic. So if you guys want to start laying some topics on me, we can go.
What's your topic?
My topic is, you know how they say proof that you're stupid is that you keep repeating the same mistake over and over and over?
Mm-hmm. Fool me twice.
I'm not going to go into details, but I don't go to my office and...
The irony is George Bush messed up with that thing twice.
I don't want to talk about politics, ever.
unless
I'm totally
Shame
right.
on me.
No, so I don't go to my office in L.A. very often, like once a week now. I used to go there every single day of the week.
In Nelly? Did you say in Nelly? Like the guy with the Band-Aid on it? Oh, in L.A.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the rapper with the Band-Aid on his
face. And my every day was the same thing. I would just go downstairs and I'd order some dinner and I'd have a martini, and then I'd continue drinking till about midnight, and I'd be completely hammered, and then I'd go home and I'd lay in bed and think about all the foolish things I said and did, and I would just live with this complete sense of regret. Like every day this
A lot of
happened.
thinking about yourself.
So I don't do that very often, but last night I absolutely did, and I woke up thinking, who do I need to apologize to? Because I just got completely hammered, and I just ran around loud and
Were you
screaming.
there with your girl?
No.
Here's how I lived 8
No,
years of my life.
I was trying to talk to Morgan Murphy and Nikki Glazer and Ross.
Such a name dropper, my God.
No one knows what I'm
they-
talking about.
Here's how my life for 8 years. I
Daniel
dated a girl
Tosh.
who never who never
And
drank.
Louis C.K.
I dated a girl who never drank, and she'd hang out with me and go and drive me places,
Yeah,
which
that's
was
pretty
golden.
good.
It was great.
Totally good, yeah.
However, I would get really, really drunk, make an ass of myself, do all sorts of terrible things, wake up in the morning in bed next to her, and she would list. I'm hungover, she's not, and she would just go and she had a whole laundry list of the things that I did, the things that I said to people that I had forgotten about, and she would judge me and make me feel awful about it.
How about this?
Thank God the girl now that I'm with, she has nothing to do with me if I drink.
Can I ask you this question?
Go outside by yourself.
If you're drinking and she's not drinking, don't you feel weird trying to like seduce her into sex?
No, she was like really into me, so it didn't really.
Because I always, if I'm drinking and someone else isn't drinking, I always feel
It's all
guilty.
sloppy and weird.
Yeah, because I know they're thinking like,
Did
what?
you feel like such a lech?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like last week when you were drinking and I walked in there and I hadn't had a drink yet.
And we were all over each
Coming on
other.
to me.
I know, but we're just attracted to each other.
Are we alone now?
You and I.
Is everyone left?
I think
No.
we're alone now.
Who's still there?
Some lady named Anne.
Oh,
Oh, Anne. Anne's awesome.
Anne thinks we're getting paid, so she wants to try and get a piece. She wants to try and produce the show now.
Peace.
Yeah.
So,
what are your topic's going to be?
Regret.
Making regret. Okay.
it's. Do you ever do you do that? Because I just want to clear my head when I go
Yeah, all
home
the
and I'm
time.
hammered, and I don't want to lay there trying to review every because I talk people's ears off, and I'm sure I repeated myself 40 times to the same person.
But you don't have
On
any
and on and
insight
on and on and on.
during the time. You just think about it afterwards,
Yeah.
which is terrible.
Yeah.
All right, so yours is a regret. What's yours, Tyler?
Oh, topics?
Yeah.
I just lied when you asked me if I had a topic.
Hey, who are you calling for?
I was on for Love Line.
Wrong number. Hey, who are you calling for? I don't know what I'm looking for.
Until somebody asks for us, we're gonna keep
We don't
hanging
even have
up
a
on
name,
people.
though. We don't even have a name in the
We
show.
don't. Well, I still like calling the show better than Loveline, but I know you guys aren't going to do that.
No, I think it's pretty sweet.
How about it just forever? It's just the yet to be titled.
What was that movie? Zar. What was the name
Zardos.
of it? Zardos.
You know what? It's right there.
Let's call it Zardos.
The first kid that we had on. By the way, you're on the air. Why are you not speaking?
Hey, hello.
What's going down?
Hey.
You said that already.
Sorry.
Sorry, I don't mean to be a jackass.
It's my first time getting through, so I'm kind of nervous.
So am I.
Yeah.
For you.
What's your problem?
I was with this girl a couple of months ago, and she like kind of swore up and down she didn't have anything, and now it's just like it's been 2 months since we started dating and everything, and we've had sex a couple of times, and now there's this like weird. It looks like a hollow, like empty, but it's a bump like right on the shaft.
Oh, I'm going to
It's
throw
ridiculous.
up. What? No, you know what? I'm going to be totally honest with you. You need to go see a doctor because none of us are doctors or know anything about stuff like that.
So the kid that called up to begin with, I'm not going to talk about hollow craters on people's penises. No.
This is how this show is going to be as us. Because realistically, every call, yeah, you need to go see a therapist or a doctor because none of us know anything.
Eventually, Tyler's going to get on it, and we're going to actually take calls who you're calling. They know what they're calling.
I can ask my friends to call in.
No, we don't want friends. That's the worst kind of radio ever. That's pretty terrible.
What if they're friends I just met today?
I got a name for the show. The first kid friends I just met today. I'm always a little bit behind on your humor because it's quick.
Really?
The guy that
You're
opened up
giving
the
me
show.
way too much credit. I'm going to get some more energy right now.
My God,
I'm going to sit up. Can I have that beer right there?
Yeah.
Hey, I was thinking about microwaving this because it makes me cough.
Don't microwave
when it's
beer.
cold. No, not in the can. I'm going to put it in a glass.
I've been in the middle of this story for 10 minutes. The first guy that called in, remember? What did he call the show? You gave him shit for it. You gave him crap for it.
I don't remember.
He called it the Love Line.
Oh yeah, you want to call it the Love Line?
The Love Line.
You know what? Isn't that going to step on Mike and Dr. Drew's toes a little
bit? How about we call it the Good Love Line, minus the judging doctor?
I love that you thought I was trying to one-up you by mentioning that Dr. Drew called me today.
Did you hear that?
There was a reason.
Did you hear that?
There was a reason he called me. I wasn't just throwing out. Dr. Drew called me today.
I was telling Mike that I asked Drew to do something for me. I sent him a message, and then Drew got back to me with a message that had nothing to do with my favor that I asked him to do, and it was all about his encounter with Gene Simmons. And Mike's like, "Yeah, really? He did that to you?" He called me. He called to tell me.
I didn't
that story.
say it like that. And
He called to tell me the story.
I didn't say. I said he called me.
And then he said we went out for drinks after.
We didn't.
What were we saying, Tyler?
I got a call from Drew on Friday, and
Oh yeah, he asked for your number. He asked me for your
sounds
number.
really strange on the phone.
The worst thing about Drew on the phone is how he gets off the phone. Okay.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
he did get off on the phone with me.
It's always a very awkward outro with Drew on the phone. Okay, bye-bye.
I don't remember that, but I can
very
understand
robotic.
now why our callers say, "Is this Dr. Drew?" Because it sounds weird. He sounds like really bassy.
But everyone
strange.
sounds different on the air. Dr. Drew called me when I was in the waiting room at Huntington Hospital waiting to have my blood drawn. And he goes, just come over to my office. I'll do it right now. And I was like, what do I do? Because I'm such an idiot. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I already have a number.
So let's talk topics.
All right, lay it on me. Well, I already brought my topic up, which is regrets.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have any research about it or any number.
Research? What are you I'm coming off 12 hours of research. I got completely hammered on red wine and talked all night.
Hey, have you seen the video that I shot yet?
I asked you to send me a link, and you
I'll send
didn't.
you
And I
3 or
tried
4.
to find it today, and I looked up. I put Anderson Cohen into YouTube.
Hey, my name's
And it
Cowan.
comes-
My name's Anderson Cowan. So that'll be a
I
problem.
know what it is.
All right.
I know what it is. But I punched it into YouTube.
When you type in my name, it's like the
Yesterday.
7th or 8th one down there because there's a bunch of me talking shit about Corolla.
and
whatever.
every video that comes up is you and Corolla.
Yeah.
Like Anderson welcomes Adam Carolla back, and and then there's like 50, but there was nothing. I couldn't find it.
It's on there. Glee Billionaire will get you to it. And I sent you a number of links. But I'm glad to hear that you actually tried to look for it. So that's nice. Thank you.
I did yesterday and today.
So Tyler,
Yes, sir.
are we going to ever get to a point on the show? First of all, I don't think we should post this one because I don't think this is.
Wow, you're just naysaying it already.
You know what?
A
Yeah,
mere
we really need to
15
figure out how to
minutes
pick
in?
this up. By the way, I don't think it's a good idea for you to eat pretzels on the air like that.
How about peanuts?
That seems
That's what they are.
okay. Well, that seems pretty unprofessional.
Yeah, I know. I've been running around all effing day. This is my dinner. I'm starving. Why are you making noises like a wolf?
Hey, did you guys know that cotton candy at Disneyland
couple.
doesn't melt in the sun? Isn't that odd?
Tell me more about this lady who's in a. Is it because of the chemicals they put sunscreen on it or something?
I don't know what they put on it, but what lady are you talking about?
She's an employee of Disneyland and she's insisting to wear a burqa while at work.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that much about the story. I know that she showed up at work with whatever her headgear was, and they told her she has to wear a uniform. She said no, and they said, fine, you can wear whatever you want. And they'll put her in the bakery, and she said, I'm not working in the bakery. She's just a
You know what they
C
should
word.
do? Yeah.
And someone should take a baseball bat and hit her in the back of her effing head as hard as they can. Because it's these kind of jackasses. She's probably going to sue and get some money. And F her. Not only that, the fact of the matter is she's gone home from work. Who on this planet has a god... Sorry.
You can say goddamn.
But who has a job here that has the ability or the luxury of just getting mad at your employer and just walking out and everything's fine? She's done that 7 times in a row. She's just walked out and gone home. And someone should put a bullet in her head. Sorry, that was kind of harsh. I don't think they should kill her, but somebody should. You know what?
Are you attacking someone because they want to wear?
Yeah,
they're just the religious
Yeah.
thing?
Hey, guess what? You don't get to work at Disney with your stupid hat on, you friggin' moron. You know, if I come in and go, well, I always like to wear my. You know, I wear a clown suit everywhere I go. Well, this is an office. I wear my clown suit. I'm walking out. You know, they'd be like, well, you're fired. And Disney can't do that because they have this image to uphold, and they don't want to offend any groups. And of course, there's going to be some religious groups that are going to come flip out, which, you know, and they can all shove it up their butts, too.
What is her position?
Her position is she wants to
Take
wear
it.
her... Here's the irony.
I know her.
Irony is that she works as a ghost in the
Yeah,
haunted
exactly.
mansion.
I don't know what she works in the
Public relations?
No. She works in the park.
The irony is that
it's
she's
minimum wage.
She
Is the
works,
irony?
She works security and she
That would
makes
be
sure that you're
hilarious.
not a terrorist coming in. No, they should build whatever job it is she has there. They should build a ride around whatever position is, and it should be Aladdin.
Yeah, they can make her
They
work
can
in
just
Aladdin.
leave her there.
Yeah. You know what they can?
That would be great.
You know what the problem is? Once this all got rolling, Disney's stuck because they can't do anything because you don't want to piss off the Muslims because we all know they'll blow things up.
You remember?
Okay, that was racist, and I didn't mean to say it like that.
No, you
but
might
you know
blow
what?
things out of proportion, right?
Yeah, you know what? And here's the
gonna
other thing
blow
too:
up.
is I'm so sick of these hypersensitive religious. I hate religion,
It's
and
so weird you would take this position because no one has this.
I know, but now I feel cheesy. I just said I don't ever want to talk about politics now. Now I'm ready
totally
to get all amped up about
Were you
religion.
aware of this? Because you're kind of a Disney. You go to Disneyland like 4 or 5 times a week, right? And you kind of know a lot of facts, fun facts.
I was there today. I don't know a lot of facts, but I did find out a fact.
I heard this one recently.
Yeah, lay it on me.
You heard one too, but Walt Disney was the only one who was allowed to work at Disney and have a mustache. No one was allowed to have a mustache.
That's probably true. Yeah, it's probably true.
So,
well, there was a point in time where everyone had to be clean cut, and there was even a point in time in Disneyland where you had to be an honor roll student to even get a job there. And,
I thought you were going to say get in. It was
no,
to
get in. It's a bunch of no fights. Everything's awesome.
What year did Disneyland open, Mike?
55.
Was there still segregation stuff going on?
Probably.
Ooh, that's like a dark little tidbit.
Isn't there still segregation going on in your apartment? I don't know. I was trying to make a...
Is it true that Space Mountain was originally called White Mountain?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Here's a little... You'll like this, Mike. One of my ancestors was the white devil that stole the Uncle Remus stories from the slaves, and that's where you get the thing that inspires the Splash Mountain.
Wait, why would I like that?
Because you work...
You guys are the two racists
here. You love Disneyland,
here.
not because you're a racist.
My topic.
Yeah, lay it on me. I'm going to keep... That's my new catchphrase, lay it on me.
New?
It's not mine either. It's from like the 60s.
Procrastination.
I'm going to start saying man. Yeah, man. Procrastination. That's pretty good.
Is it the art of keeping... procrastination is the art of keeping up with...
Whoa, holy smokes. You have like 5 pages of notes on this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm a loser.
Is the art of keeping up with yesterday and avoiding today.
Okay, I've been putting this off saying this, but we're 23 minutes in. I want to apologize that we still haven't got our crap together from last week.
Scientists research why procrastination is getting worse, and they did a study.
Is it?
And this is I'm not joking. It was supposed to take
more people are smoking pot.
It was supposed to take 5 years. After 10 years of research on a project that was only supposed to take 5 years, the
That's
Canadian
awesome.
Industrial psychologist found a giant study that not only is procrastination on the rise, it makes people poorer, fatter, and unhappier.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Don't worry, I got this about 30 minutes ago during Loveline.
What is your I think you and I are on the same page as far as procrastination goes, because I will put everything off. Everything. I got out of my car last night. I had stuff from the cleaners hanging in my car, at 4:30 in the morning when I got home. And I thought, I'll just carry this upstairs tomorrow.
Right, stoners? You know what we're talking about.
I'm going
right?
upstairs.
420, bro. Makes you just want to
But I mean, that's how lazy. That's how much I put. I put everything off to the last minute.
You know what happens, though? Last night I was the exact opposite because I've been working nonstop and I've been working so much. And when you get in that mode, you can't stop doing... I was doing stuff around here that I've been meaning to do for like a year.
I do this.
And it's like you'd think that you'd just be exhausted and it's like, screw it, I'll do it later. But once you get going, it's like you can't stop.
Yeah.
You're like rolling.
I think procrastination is also tied into motivation, in which I think I've had a problem getting for the last 30,
I have delusional procrastination where I constantly convince myself that I'm going to get an early jump start on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going to finish, I'm going to get out of the shower, and then I'm going to get my work done, and I'll have like 4 days of not doing anything.
Do you get more stuff? Do you guys both get more done when you have a deadline? I do.
What kind of deadline? Like
if I have to have if I have to have something done at a certain day, I will get it done.
Yeah, but you won't start it until you only have like the bare bones minimum time.
When I worked for Dennis Miller, our show was live at 9:30 on Friday nights. It was a live show. And I would start working on the photos for the show and for the jokes and the stuff that I was going to put on the show on Wednesday, and I'd be up all night. I'd work 24 hours Wednesday, and then I'd sleep a little on Thursday and work late Thursday. I never just came in on Monday and went, I'm going to start working on Monday and Tuesday and have a relaxing week. It was always last minute, and I was frantic and stressed out, but I don't think I could do it any other way.
So your girl's dog's name is Dahlia.
Yeah.
I just came up with the name of the show.
Yeah.
Can you bring Dahlia in here?
Yeah.
We'll call it the show.
Unless she breaks up with me again.
It'll be called Name Dropping Drinks and Dahlia.
That's an awful name.
It's a great Name Dropping Drinks and Dahlia.
Awful.
And Dahlia was Dahlia? She's a little Chihuahua.
Dahlia's awesome.
It's your girlfriend's dog. And was she named? Is it true she was named after the Black Dahlia?
I believe so.
That'll be a topic next week.
I've got my topic.
What's your topic?
I hate red eye so much.
Turn it off.
All right, turn that TV off. Yeah.
Hey, there's a picture of Dahlia on my website if you want to see it, called Irritated Pooch. It's on the left-hand side, towards the bottom.
I was just about to ask you something.
MikeCarano.com.
It's like the dumbest the dumbest place to ask you the question I was going to ask
Lay it
you,
on
which
me.
is which is on lay it on me.
I'm going to stop laying on me right after the next one.
Which is on the internet with only people. Because like the 3 people that are listening right now, guaranteed they're like big internet users. And what I was about to ask you would be really, but I do have to talk to you about something off air.
Well, if it's interesting, go ahead.
It'd be like yelling my social security number out in front of Office Depot. I mean Home Depot.
Yeah.
It'd be that stupid. Like just yelling my.
So you think one of the day laborers is going to jot it down?
Yeah, and steal my identity.
And click his heels and run out of the parking lot like I'm set now?
Steal my identity. Yeah.
I know, but what's he going to do?
They would become me.
I know, but what's he going to do?
They become white. White is the greatest thing in the world.
He's a guy there that needs work, and he's in a parking lot, and he's going to do work for like $10 an hour. What's he going to walk into an office building and go, I am Anderson Cohen?
No, he's going to say
I don't know why that would be I can't do
he's going to say Anderson Cohen.
I was only doing that to you, and I apologize.
You ever hear Bill Burr's
Anderson Cohen?
Bill Burr, the greatest comedian in the world, by the way.
He's great.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. You ever hear his imitation? Because he's from Boston, and he's moved out here to L.A. like a couple years ago. And his Mexican is hilarious.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do anything, any voices.
He was talking about how he went to a Chargers game, and the Mexican dude behind him spilled beer all over him. And he goes, "Hey man, why'd you spill beer on me? Aren't you gonna say sorry?" He's like, "Fucking man, I don't care. It's the fucking Chargers, eh?"
It's like he's allowed to cuss.
It's very 70s Mexican. I love how it's 70s Mexican.
I want to stop swearing in my regular life because it's just so dumb. I mean.
With that.
You know, I tried to clean up my Twitter act. I didn't want to use a lot of profanities. Also,
Petros on the Film Ball, by the way, was awesome. Did I tell you that?
I listened to about a half an hour of it.
Yeah, he was good. And then last week's show, the show that's actually, ironically, it's up right now. It's midnight. 12:01 is when the Film Ball gets put up on iTunes. And
who's the guest?
There was no guest. First time Brian and I have been together without a guest, and I am actually worse on that show than I am right now, which tells you something.
Was it fun though?
No, not really.
Yeah?
Yeah. I didn't even have fun. You can always tell if it's a good show if you had fun or not. So I wouldn't recommend this week's show. But download it anyways just so we get a number. But don't expect to... we did top one-hit wonder directors.
I'm really troubled right now that...
One-hit wonder directors.
Mike. Give me one.
Steven Spielberg.
God, I hate you.
Antoine
hatred towards people that I like.
Antoine Fuqua was my number 5.
What was the film?
He's the guy that directed. You've never heard of him, but he directed Training Day.
I saw Training Day.
Yeah, you loved it, right?
I liked it a lot. Yeah, it was scared the crap out of me.
Too scary for you.
Yeah.
Too many colors.
Got a good one-hit wonder director.
Yeah.
Director of Tango and Cash. He never
That's
did.
not a hit.
He never did anything ever again.
Tango and Cash is worse than Turner and Hooch.
Tango and Cash is awesome.
No, just because you saw it this week and you're a kid who drinks every night now, you won't remember that movie 2 weeks from now.
Oh, is this your Xanadu? What Xanadu was for me?
I watched this last week.
Like I had never seen Xanadu, and I went out and I rented it
last week.
And I loved it so much I went and bought it immediately.
No, because
I took the Netflix DVD and stuck it in the mail and drove straight to Borders, and I bought the DVD.
When I saw Hedwig and the Angry Inch in the theaters,
Mm-hmm.
I was like late for work because it was back in the day when there were still record stores.
You were trying to pick up a tranny?
I walked out of the movie theater and I went straight to Santa Monica Boulevard looking for a tranny. No, I went up the street like 3 blocks on foot, and I went to Tower Records and I bought I shoplifted the album, the CD.
Here's
I had to have it. Go check out Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Okay, you know what we're missing right now? 2 of my favorite people
film.
on the planet Earth are playing, and I'm sure they're done now since it's 12:30. But Lucinda Williams and Chrissy Hind
were
at the Queen Mary in Long Beach, and they're at Humphreys in San Diego tomorrow night.
I don't like to learn things, so I don't want to know who those people are. But
Chrissy Hind has a little band called the Pretenders.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
And Lucinda Williams is just amazing.
Uh-huh.
Car Wheels on the Gravel Road is in my top 5 favorite records of all time.
So do you think there's any hope for this
masterpiece.
show?
Yeah, I do.
We should probably.
I feel like I'm not carrying my weight, and I think let's take a call.
No, I forgot all about that. Tyler should just throw them on. I think Tyler, you should just be able to whenever you want.
But give us a little warning.
Whenever you want.
Button?
Yeah, whenever you want, you just top row. Like we'll be right in the middle of not even a warning. All of a sudden, somebody.
I almost did it because it got really bad there for about 5 minutes. I was going to kill myself.
What was bad?
You're like repeating other people's radio shows.
What?
I'm plugging Lucinda Williams and Chrissy Hind, a show that's over. Yeah. You guys really missed a good one, I'm sure, even though I wasn't there. I saw Chrissy Hahn and Melrose like 3 weeks ago.
Here's
and
the thing
I was
about
totally
the show.
starstruck.
We're going to have to figure out something that takes zero preparation because I
know
I can't
because
count
right
on you
now
to ever have preparation.
because I sent
I
out
know
a
you'll
link.
show up.
I sent out a link to this show, and I realized the minute I sent it out, I shouldn't plug this. I don't even plug videos that I prepare for, and I'm plugging this, something that neither one of us is prepared
now that I know
for.
you pretty well. You know, by the way, Drew thinks that I just was cruising the internet one day and I saw a funny video entitled 5 Minutes with Mike, and then I called you up and said,
Why does he think that?
Because he's retarded sometimes. I don't know why. I'm not sure. But I'm like, no, Drew, I met the guy like 10.5 years ago.
I told him we met at a party.
No, we met on set of a film that we were both working on, a movie set.
I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Yeah, that's a weird place.
I didn't get paid for that. I was the assistant director, the AD on the movie, so I had to like be in charge of everyone, making sure they were there, and I was calling people up, kind of like a producer type. And one girl who she ended up being sick. She didn't even make it. She was supposed to play the slutty masseuse. Mm-hmm. I was on the phone with her a lot because she was sick. She couldn't make it, so I had to recast her. And that was my payment, because even though she never showed up on set and she was sick, I ended up going to visit her one day, and we had sex.
And she was a slutty masseuse?
And we had sex.
All right, let's take a call.
That was my payment for the show, for working on that movie.
Hey, what's happening?
What a great story.
Hello. You're on. What's going on?
What's up, guys?
We asked you first.
Nice.
Hey, let me ask you something. Do you have a problem? Are you calling with an issue?
No, I'm actually calling to suggest a name for the show.
It's totally awesome. Awesome.
Wow.
I was thinking After Love with Anderson and Mike.
After Love.
After Love. That sounds like After Birth, which is something that grosses me out.
After the Love.
Sounds like a 70s album.
After the Love.
We talked about Poist Coital, which would be kind of cool.
That's kind of gross, too.
And when the show was supposed to be before Loveline, which was the original idea.
What do you think we should do to make the show more interesting?
It was going to be called Foreplay. Yeah.
You're doing what you guys are doing. Making me laugh, and it's passing time.
Really?
So it works.
How are you listening?
Oh, my God, I'm going to try harder now.
Tyler wants to know how you're listening.
It's so exciting when someone's listening. Seriously, I really felt like no one was listening.
What's your name, man?
Joe.
Mike is actually, he just sat up in his chair, his face lit up.
I kind of thought we were just
color coming into his face.
I sort of thought the last couple of weeks we're just running through this stuff and no one's really listening. But now that we know someone's listening,
well, dude, we had a call last week.
I know,
listening,
but no, they weren't listening. They just wanted their problem solved.
No, the girl called in last week, right, Tyler?
God, I have a horrible
from the chat room, Eiley.
Your brain
really
is pickled.
Yeah, dude. I was listening last week, and I was actually like, yeah, it's Thursday. I'm going to listen to it again afterwards.
Okay,
wow,
heads
totally
up for everyone that's listening right now.
Thank you.
There's at least 4 now, because I knew there was 3, and now Joe makes 4.
Awesome.
Next week
8.
Next week we are. It's a best of on Thursday night, so we will be doing this little show on Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that works.
I should let you know that too, Mike, because you have to be here.
If we were dedicated to our craft, we would drive in here on Thursday night.
I'm here on Thursday hanging out.
I will not be coming in.
How come it's the best of next week?
I don't know, because it's a long weekend and Drew's out of town. And actually, I was lobbying. I always lobby. I would do an entire year of best ofs if we could. Not show up here for.
Doesn't
a year,
that count as not having a job?
Yeah, kind of, but I get paid for the best ofs that I put together. That's like my paid vacation. So I would love to do an entire, as long as possible for a best of. So I was lobbying for the entire week to be best ofs. They gave me one day.
I'm sorry, I forgot what your name was.
Joe.
And you guys sound completely different on the phone compared to my headphones. So
oh, really?
That's probably why a lot of people don't respond. Yeah, it doesn't even sound to you guys.
You know what's funny, Joe, is you sound completely different to me on the headphones as well. Where do you live, Joe? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Merced.
Merced? That's up north. That's Central
Valley,
California.
Cali.
Yeah, Central Cali. You know that, Mike.
Yes,
you
I sort of do.
the San Francisco area, don't you?
Haven't been up there in a long time. Yeah. I love San Francisco, though.
Love
it. I couldn't live there.
3 hours away.
I tried to move there once, and I couldn't take it.
You tried to move there. How does that work?
I did move there.
Oh, you did.
And I lasted about 4 days, and then I came back to San Diego.
4?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't take. Here's the thing I can't take is I like driving. I like having my car. I don't like being freezing every time I walk outside, and I don't like being accosted by a homeless guy every 10 feet for money. And every day, hey, you got $5? Got some money? Got some money?
What sucks about San Francisco is you can't be an asshole to the homeless guy
because they're there every day.
Also, all those around you driving their Priuses will judge you and look down on you for.
They're going to judge you anyway
for being mean.
But I judge Prius drivers more than they judge me.
You know what I like to do to homeless people? I like to when they ask for money, I say I use nothing but a credit card, man. I'm in more debt than you'll ever even know about. And then I whip out my change, and I
think I might have told the story last week. I'm not going to repeat about how I walked 1.1 miles to get away from a homeless guy last week. But
Mike, tell that story again.
I don't want to be rude to people.
What's that, Tyler?
I just want to know about at what point with Mike, like it was the third day you were in San Francisco, and you're like, man, this sucks, man. But you know,
I knew the first,
and then the fourth day you're like, I'm out.
I knew
you have an apartment already?
Yeah, I knew the first day. I knew the first day it wasn't gonna happen.
Hey, Joe, I'm gonna put you on hold for a minute. We're gonna come back, and you're gonna have even another better name. That's gonna be
if I didn't tell this story, and this gonna be
inspired
often.
From this from.
No, this happens often. I'm walking into Target. The homeless guy goes, "Can I have 35 cents?" And I went, "Yeah," on my way out. So instead of going right out of the door where I would see the homeless guy, where my car was parked, I made a left. And I walked around the entire shopping center, and I GPSed it, and it was 1.1 miles to get back to my car. And I'm about 10 minutes into the walk, I'm like, this is ridiculous, 35 cents? And then I thought I'm just going to go back into Target and break $1 and give him his 35 cents. Even worse than that is, then a woman comes up to me with a baby. I have no money, I'm starving. I gave her $5.
Oh, I saw a lady, I was in the San Fernando Valley, so that might give you an idea. But this woman was on the street with her 6-year-old, and she also had not a newborn, probably like a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
The kid was standing on its own 2 feet, and her big saggy nipple was hanging out of the kid's mouth, and I didn't even know what I was looking at. It was like one of those things where you're walking, and it's like modern art.
Looking at.
It's like modern art where you can't really tell what it is, and you're just walking, you're not really thinking. You see like a little family by the side of the road, and you wonder if their car broke down or they're homeless or what the deal is. And then I saw this like it was like a sluggish, like a small snake coming slipping out of the child's mouth.
Long?
It was long and stretched out and disgusting. And then she gave me a dirty look, like, "What are you looking at me for?" And I was like, "Honey, I'm not looking
elongated
at your
nipples hanging out."
But you avoiding the homeless guy reminds me of Corolla talking about what are those guys called when they're in the bathroom? They want $1. They're usually at strip joints.
Yeah, I forgot.
What are those guys?
Attendants, bathroom attendants.
I was going to say something really bad, and I'm really glad.
Yeah, don't say black people.
There's no way Reggie's listening.
It's always black people. Reggie, there's no way he has.
Because Reggie seems like a bathroom attendant.
Ever been on a computer?
Doesn't he seem like a bathroom attendant?
Does seem like a
hey, you know what?
Bathroom.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now.
Our security guard.
I hate the bathroom attendant thing because I don't like being forced into giving $1, and I do.
Corolla used to always talk about going to strip joints, and he like just making it rain and just crumpling up 20s and pelting, the strippers in the back of the head with the 20s, and then he go into the bathroom.
And you don't want to get the guy taller.
And he just go out of his way not to even make eye contact with the Ethiopian guy.
You know why they're in the bathroom?
He doesn't want to give him $1.
Because we have them on one night at the Improv. That's kind of a rowdy night. And they're there to make sure people don't like smoke pot in the bathrooms and screw things up.
I'm having the last beer.
No, there's more in my car.
Oh, I see. So I asked Mike if he bring some beer for the show because we need beer. It's Thursday night. This is our Friday night, and he shows up with
There's more. There's like
plastic bag with beers in it.
Well, I didn't know if it was cool to bring an 18-pack in here.
What I used to do when I was 15, I'd sneak out with my dad's beer. I'd have it in the bag.
Hey, I don't shop very often, so I'm kind of ignorant when I go to the I go to the grocery store a lot, but I buy one item, and I'm kind of dumb. So, tell me this: what they're trying to pull a fast one here at Ralph's. Efficient. No, but at Ralph's they're trying to pull a scam on you, which is I pull this beer out. There's 18 beers for $13.99, and then I go 18 beers is too many. Let me get a 12-pack. The 12-pack's $12.99. Yeah. What the f?
That's where most alcoholics are formed in Ralph's.
But what? Because if I bought the 12-pack and I realized for $1 more I could have got.
No, actually, the 12-pack has been more expensive than the 18-pack.
That's what I mean. It was almost on par.
No, but it's been like the 12-pack costs $13.99, the 18-pack costs $11.99. That's happened a few times. Yeah. So I think that they're spawning. They want you to become an alcoholic.
It seems like it's
so they go back and buy more.
I don't like grocery stores doing that. It's a trick.
It's the beer. It's the beer.
No, it's like a game or something. I want bigger to be more expensive. Everything.
Well, that usually is the case.
Everything. Hey, you know what else I'm not digging right now is have you been to where I live?
Let me see if Joe's been motivated to. No, I've not been to your house. I need to go. Actually, Jillian really, really wants to go.
Jay Moore and Nikki are coming over next week.
Name dropper.
Or the week after next.
Name dropper.
I thought the name of the show was Name Dropper.
That's what I'm trying to name drop.
I thought it was Name Dropper.
Name dropping drinks and Dahlia. No, Name Dropper, Drinker, and Dahlia. Yeah, we need a D.
But what about...
Name Dropper, Drinker, and Dickhead.
The problem is I'm not going to be able to have access to Dahlia because... Miranda's broken up with me a couple times in the last few weeks, and it's going to happen again.
I just replaced Dolly with Dickhead anyways.
Okay. Sorry, Dolly.
Hey, Joe, you still there?
Yeah.
So any better names for the show now? After Love?
No, that's about it.
Love
But
Sick?
Pretty much just keep going off on a crazy tangent.
What if we call...
Tangential. We can call it tangent. Wow.
Tangents.
You probably confuse some of the other listeners, though.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
No problem, guys.
That's awesome.
Later.
He was our first random. We just went to a random call.
That was awesome.
I think last time... Didn't you kind of like help out the last one?
I screened one call and it happened to be someone who was actually listening to the show.
Can you screen from that room?
No.
Yes, you can. I know how things work in there, Tyler, so don't
No,
lie
you
to us.
don't. I've
Yeah,
seen
I
you
do.
in here. You're like an...
Tonight I did not. There's a lot of fuck-ups tonight. I don't know if you...
You should see... Have you ever watched Anderson use
went
the
out to
internet,
a-
Mike?
No, he's very fast, though. He's good at multitasking. Like, I've watched him run the board, listen to the show with one ear while I'm talking, just blah, 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 blah for 2 hours, and he's editing something at the same time.
Tyler, you're going off something I was being
I'm pretty sure he's not listening to me.
serious about and very careful about because it was the frickin' YouTube thing, and it kept screwing up
I
on
just
me.
wanted to address how good you are at using the internet.
No, he
I wanted
said
to make sure
he
it was
said this
the,
a couple nights ago. He's like, watching you on the internet's like watching my grandparents.
Yeah, this is. I'm not going to keep.
What a dick.
I don't want to talk about this because this is Dullsville, but Anderson did compliment you about being very, very speedy on the internet.
Hey, how are you?
Hello?
He did.
Hey. You
Hello?
sound like you're way too young to be awake, young man. Don't you have school tomorrow?
No.
What's that
What
noise
is
in the
that porn
background?
music in the background?
Actually, no. I'm watching a movie.
What movie is it?
doing cash.
Epic movie.
Epic movie?
Yeah.
Stop watching
Really?
that. It's crap.
I'm
Watch yourself a good movie.
I'm gonna be
Watch
honest with you.
2001. You
Sound
ever
like
seen
you're
2001?
crying.
A Space Odyssey? It's a good film.
Yeah.
You know why you need to watch that now is because it'll put you right to sleep because it's a dull, boring, long-ass movie.
And the ultimate
Or else you
trip,
could
man.
watch E.T. And you know what? I just Netflixed Pretty in Pink, and because I'm super gay, and but oh my God, you guys!
What do you
Okay,
call it?
I bought the John Hughes collection with pretty much all the movies in it, and immediately
Even the Home Alone?
Immediately, no, it's just the ones I like: Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, and
16 Candles.
16 Candles. Yeah, so I bring it into my office. We had this really ridiculously
Ferris.
sexy, beautiful
No
girl.
Ferris?
Yeah, I think that might have been in there as well. But we had this girl that worked next door to me, ridiculously sexy and stunning. Erin Lister was her name, and she comes in and she goes, "Oh my God, I haven't seen those movies. Can I borrow?" I'm like, "Yeah." Never saw it again. I'm like, "Yeah, good-looking girl. Here you go, $49."
At least
See
you
ya.
remember who borrowed
Yeah,
it. Because
she was a
most of my
sweetheart.
movies are out there.
She was a
They're just
total
out there.
sweetheart.
They're like in orbit. They're
Yeah.
in my orbit. My friends have them. I don't know who they are, where they are. They're circling me. I have no idea where my movies are.
And I just I Netflixed and ripped my favorite sci-fi movie of all time, which is Galaxy Quest.
Not 2001?
Galaxy Quest.
2001's pretty good.
Yeah.
What did you think of Hitchhiker's Guide?
I don't think I got through it.
It's very similar to Galaxy Quest. However, I will say Galaxy Quest is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's really
God, I love that.
Really
movie.
a good movie.
One of the alien chicks, I forget her name, but one of the girls that was an
Yeah.
alien in the movie, she
Yeah.
came in here when I didn't even know who she was.
Oh, too bad. Yeah,
And
I know who you're talking about.
Until like 30 minutes into Loveline, and I realized
Pretty
I
excited?
recognized her, and I immediately came into the studio and gave her a big hug, and I'm like, oh my God, Galaxy Quest is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's really great. And I really do love that movie, and I feel like a douche because I never say that.
Sam
I never
Rockwell's
tell
character is
Tim Allen that
so
he's
great.
good in that movie.
Oh, he just name dropped. Did you catch that?
It's the name of the show. We're name dropping here, right?
So, man, what's
I'm going to name
your
drop 2 more names before tonight's over.
what's your name?
Hey, I
youngin'?
have a bad news for you. Let's not wrap the show up yet, even though we're coming up on the deadline.
No, the deadline's not been implemented yet. Right?
Okay,
I'm just saying
good.
that's my idea.
It's
is
not
to
a
have it
deadline,
end at
technically.
12:47:32 Pacific. Tyler,
What do you want from me?
I don't know.
Just affection.
I wanted to bring you into the.
You were trying to you were
Compassion,
trying to talk to the
thoughtfulness.
line one.
Hey man,
Your smile,
what's up, youngin? What's up, kid?
mini massage.
So,
Well,
first of all, it sounds like okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, me and my girlfriend have been going out for about three months,
Yeah.
and so she's been hanging out at this place called Main Street. It's like the local hangout.
What's
Man treat?
Main Street.
Man
Street.
Mars?
Not a man treat.
Where?
Come on down to Man Treat for some jerky, if you know what I mean.
Is this
Wink,
in
wink.
Springfield?
Wait, what?
Is this Springfield?
No.
No. Is this Anytown, USA? On
yeah.
Main Street? Oh,
What is Main Street, like an arcade or something?
No. It's like an actual street. But
he's talking about Main Street.
Oh my God, it really is like Main Street?
Do you know what?
I assumed it was like a nightclub, or I'm like, is this in Vegas?
What's
Is it next door to rehab?
What's
Come
your
on
name,
down to
man?
Main Street and have some of Granny's pot pie.
What's your name?
Brett.
Brett. Listen, Brett, I have some trivia for you. The shortest, smallest main street in the world, in the country, Do you know what city that's in?
Huntington Beach, California.
Wrong. You're absolutely
Anaheim?
wrong, and you did not win the prize.
At least he made a guess. He didn't just say, I don't know.
That's true.
Which is a good quality
It's
to have.
actually in Culver City. It's like less than 3 blocks away from here.
Really?
Yeah, it's like half a block long. It's called Main Street. It's the smallest main street in the country. Anyways, so she hangs out down on Main Street, turning tricks. How old is she?
14, like me.
14, like you. What part of the country are you calling from?
California.
Cali.
Which city?
Whose brother is your uncle?
Huntington Beach.
Oh, my gosh. I have a lot of friends that live in Huntington.
HB. A lot of racists out there. You realize that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't realize that. But
Well, skinhead. A lot of skinheads. What's your name, man?
Brett.
Brett. That's right. I see.
The,
That's my brother's name, too. I should not forget.
you know what, Brett?
With 2 T's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this isn't going to sink in because I'm
Got the
way
instincts.
older than you,
I got
and
the
I'm
Brett
an idiot,
instincts.
and I don't listen to what people tell me, but you're only 14, and there's a lot of big changes coming your way, and I wouldn't get too... I know you can't help it, but don't get too bent out of shape about her going down there.
Well, what you doing down on Main Street? What happens down there?
Well, there's a family friend of ours that goes down there too, and he's been hitting on her.
How is his family friend?
He knew my brother in high school.
No, how old is he?
17.
17.
He said to them that he's 17, but I believe he's 18 or 19.
Sweet, call the cops.
No, 17's fine.
No, 18's not fine.
Yeah.
He thinks he's lying.
Hmm.
You know what? Here's the deal, Brett, what I also think, which could be totally wrong because I don't know anything. Is your girlfriend attractive?
Of course.
Yeah.
So if you were, let's say you had all the, if you could go out and have all these guys hit on you, or girls,
At
let's
Man
say.
Treat.
Yeah, at Man Treat. You know, why not go out and get the attention and stuff? Just because we're dudes and we can't get that, you know, then we get jealous. And
What's your
pissed.
name, man?
Zoe.
What I just said made no
said
sense,
Joey.
not even to me.
Wait, what?
No, that's the other guy's name.
I don't know.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm sure you hear this because you're 14, and I heard it a lot when I was your age, and it's, kid, if I knew what I knew now when I was your age, you know. You probably hear that a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing. If I could have gotten one piece of information given to me when I was your age, it would be this.
Buy Google stock.
It would not... Actually, yeah, it would have been like buy Xerox or IBM or Mac. That would have been the best piece of advice. But other than that, it would have been everything that you're going through right now is of such little importance, especially on a personal level. It's just all about you figuring out who you are. You're not going to think about this girl or even barely remember this girl when you're our age. And
Yeah,
it's going to be
he's
such
completely
a
right.
distant memory. It's really hard for you to realize that at the time, right now, because you're stuck in it and your world is pretty small. But you will barely remember. I mean, your world's always going to be small in present time, but you're going to have so many more memories and so many different girls. Thank God, because if I was still with the same girl that I was with...
it's amazing. When I was a kid...
When I was your age, the girl that I was with, she's a slut and a whore. She actually was owned by the Hells Angels for about 3 years, and she had a kid, because the Hells Angels, I don't know, not many people know this, but they actually use women as currency. This is true. They actually own women, and they'll pawn them off for favors or for bikes or for drinks even sometimes.
I have more respect for those guys.
She was actually owned by the Hells Angels at one point, and she got pregnant while she was currency.
Oh my God! I just moved my headphones over and got much louder, and I realized I was pinching my ear before. Now it really hurts.
But if I was with that girl still, Brett, my life would be hellish.
And what Anderson said is totally right, because there's been times where I had overwhelming, devastating crushes on people, and I thought it was the end of the world, and I look back on that now, and I'm just flat out embarrassed.
Here's the thing about Mike, is he still does.
Yeah.
Feel
No, I'm going to be honest with you.
You're not going to change that much.
Okay, you want to hear a horrible story?
But she is going to change your life. And go ahead, let's hear this.
This is what's horrible. A really good friend of mine told me this story one time. We were talking about women, and he said he was in a bar drinking with like a 90-year-old man, and he said a really amazing, striking woman walked by, and they both turned their heads and looked at her, and the old man looked at my friend Bob and said, you know that feeling...
Was it Bob Odenkirk?
It was Bob Nickman. He's a writer-producer, a fantastic comic, too.
Name dropper.
Had one of my favorite jokes of all time, which was, I had a girlfriend... Hey, this applies to you, Brett. He goes, I had a girlfriend when I was 14, left me for a guy with a bigger finger. Great joke.
What a great joke.
It's a great joke. But he said the old guy looked at him and went, you know that feeling when a stunning woman walks by and it's just everything you want in your life is just to have sex with her? And Buck was and he goes, It never goes away. He goes, I can't even get it up anymore, and I still feel that way. And I literally looked at Nickman. I'm like, I want to put a gun in my mouth then. If that's never going away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like hey, you know that feeling where you're hungry? It's never going to stop. You can eat 8 steaks. You're still starving. You're never going to quench that thirst.
Yeah, it's something nice. It's like keeping your interest in something, though. I like it. All right, Brett. You know what? I think this is going to wrap up the show. We took a total of 2 calls. 3 or 4.
Wait, did we answer anything for you?
He had a good time. He laughed. Why are you still up, Brett? It's kind of late, isn't it?
He's watching Epic Movie.
Are you stressed out about her going to Main Street?
Kind of.
Can I tell you something about Epic Movie?
He kissed her, and she already told him that she was going out with me.
Yeah, this is brutal, but, you know...
Brett,
God.
do you have a video game system? Do you have an Xbox or a PS3 or a Wii?
Yeah.
What do you have?
An Xbox.
360?
Yeah.
Alright, dude. What you're going to do is you're going to go out. Do you have Red Dead Redemption?
Oh, my God.
Do you have that game?
No.
Okay, you're going to get that game, and you're just going to play it. Because, look, I spent probably almost 2 years pining over a girl in high school that I could have just spent that time playing video games, and it would have been a lot better use of my time.
I disagree with that.
A lot better use of my time.
I think it's better to absorb the stress. Okay,
That's actually not bad advice at all, Tyler.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Get lost in another world, man. Just avoid the real world. Which
Start
actually, you know what? Our advice, or my advice, was the same, really. It's like your world's small. It's not really that real compared to what it's going to be when you're older.
How do you make it sink in? That's the problem. Like, how do you give people advice?
You can't, man. You got to live through this. You got to feel the pain.
Hey, do you want us to come to Huntington Beach and try to beat you up?
Beat him up?
No, it'll take his mind off it. Like, we'll just fake it. We'll, like, rough him up.
That's like a cutter.
No, we'll just come down there and screw around.
What's this kid's name? The 17-year-old who's probably 19 or 20.
Because I'm going to head down there after this.
What's is it Ben Affleck?
His name is Peter.
Peter?
Yeah.
Is his last name Pumpkin Eater? Oh, whoa, ribbon shot.
You know what?
Can we cut that part out of the show that I did all that? You know when this? Honestly, you know when this show would start getting really good? About hour 3 when we're all giddy and stuff. I know it's not going to happen tonight, but
let's just do like a 19-hour podcast.
I feel for you, Peter.
Just keep going.
On Thursday.
I keep calling Brent Peter.
Next Thursday.
I feel for you though. Life's hard sometimes. You know what?
And he kissed her, man. It's gone.
Yeah.
Kiss her goodbye. It's gone. You're not going to. It's going to continue.
Are your parents? Are both your parents around?
Yeah.
Are you close to your parents?
Yeah.
Have you ever? Because I could never have talked to this with my parents. But have you thought about just mentioning to your dad and see what he says?
I haven't talked to him about it yet, but I've been deciding if I should or not.
I think you should. You know, because I wish. You know, I noticed. I think it's probably cool, man, when you can talk to your dad about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it'll make you guys stronger.
Yeah,
bond.
Definitely.
I didn't talk to any of that stuff to my dad.
I've never had a conversation with my mom about anything relevant in my entire life. I'm not joking. Anything ever, period. My mom doesn't know what I do for a living. My mom's never been to a home I've lived in. The place I live in now, I've owned it for 5 years. My mom's never been there. And when I lived in L.A., my appendix burst, and I drove to Cedars and pretty much passed out. That's sorry, I'm trying to go into a long story. Basically, I'm in the hospital. My mom and my sister drive up, and they stayed in my apartment in West Hollywood. And my mom scoured the entire place and found my porn. So she's just a malicious.
Is she like?
She has no business looking in all the cracks and crevices.
That's what my mom does.
Yeah, well,
you're 14. That's
you're 14, and she does it because she cares about you. My mom did it because she was prying.
My mom did it when I was 5.
You had porn when you were 5? Oh my God, diaper
she
porn?
She just looked through my room randomly.
I know, because she cares about you. What? Hey,
you're
first of
5
all,
and you're probably hiding
you
lighters.
Came out of her. She cares about you more than anything else on the planet, except for probably if she has a Mercedes, she might like that a little more. But you know, it's you have to give her a little bit of leeway. You know what I mean? You can't lay on that. I mean, just learn to hide your stuff better. Keep it all in your head.
I never found anything, and I don't really have anything. But
you don't smoke pot, do you, Brent?
And yeah.
You kind of sound like you smoke pot.
No, I don't.
Nice.
Good, because you know what? Don't become one of these kids smoking pot at 14. Excuse me.
I was one of those.
As I'm drinking beer, talking to this
14. And I hate it now because it makes me freak out. Last time I smoked pot, I sat in the corner of a party and I just cried about.
That's how I would be.
About polar bears dying.
That's how I'd be.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You were killing them though, right?
No, I was crying because of the so-called the climate changes and the polar ice caps are melting. So now they don't have enough land to live on.
No, that's interesting because I have I know, but I have the opposite.
Drowning.
Okay, no, I saw the video. I've seen the videos.
No, I heard there's a video. I read the article and I heard there's a video since. I can't watch it. Can't.
Well, I'd like someone to point out. You know what? I'm fine with polar bears going away.
Are you?
Yeah.
No.
Show me one.
White.
Show me one good.
And it was the most interesting part of Lost.
No, I'll admit.
If polar bears didn't exist, it wouldn't make sense.
No, I've never seen Lost, but I will admit polar bears are awesome looking, but you never want to be near one. What's the point of having it?
Do you know how many baby seals we would all have to club if there weren't polar bears out there?
I'll use both arms. Ambidextrous seal clubber. Let's go.
All right, this show's
if seals had
to a
teeth,
close.
I would have no problem clubbing them. Hey, I could shoot a shark with a shotgun, no problem.
What? Why would you do that?
I don't know. Oh, how about this?
That was almost my topic tonight. Was sharks?
Okay,
shooting sharks with shotguns?
Here's what I'll give you guys. This is a fact.
Actually, they actually have little sticks. They're called
we had this discussion, not us, but I had this discussion with someone else.
Show you bang stick.
And I was thinking,
they have shotgun charges at the end of the sticks when they go in with swim with sharks.
If somebody knows how to genetically alter animals to make them stay miniature but look like full size, because I would love.
Have you seen the miniature horse?
I don't want a miniature horse. I want a miniature bear. Like I want like a foot tall miniature black bear, and I would go with a polar bear. Would be just as cute. You know, like a foot long, and he just crawls around.
You get one of each color.
Yeah, but wouldn't
you would sad, be though when you take him to the bear park and you're the only one there.
That's hilarious.
The only person.
That's not that good of a way to meet.
Oh my God, that's so hilarious. Now I want to mock that up.
We never even got to talk about your idea, Tyler, of having the ability to resurrect people.
Yes.
But you only...
We should talk about this.
You only resurrect really worthless.
Mike, my idea was that... So, I asked for some reason, I said, hey, have you guys ever had Ernest on Loveline?
Burn, hey, Burn.
Yeah.
And Ann goes, no, we never had Ernest.
Brett, just to let you know, it's a kid, it's a Burn. How do you even explain?
But he also had a role.
Ernest goes to jail. People know who Ernest is.
But he had a role.
I don't know if he does. Brett,
he
you
was
know
also,
who Ernest is? His final role is when he died about 10 years ago, and it's called Ernest Goes to Hell.
No, he did Toy Story.
He was Slinky the dog in Toy Story.
Okay, so look.
You wanna resurrect Ernest?
Anderson says,
hey, what's his name? He has a name.
Burn.
No, he's got a name. Ernest.
He's dead. Hey, Burn. All right.
Anderson says, no, well, he's dead. So I start thinking, well, wow, what if I could bring people back to life? I would bring Ernest back so that we could have him on Loveline. Then I get the idea.
My God.
What if there's just one person out there
They're
figured out how to bring people back to life? The only person that knows how. They've cracked the code. They've figured out the science. And they're just intent on bringing back completely mediocre people.
They're such simpletons. Like, hey, you know what? I would probably be that guy because I have fantasies about having time machines all the time, and it's never to go back and do anything significant. It's always to go back and tell someone
Jim
off
Varney.
that wronged me. Yes, Jim Varney.
I did all that. At least 40 seconds of work. You mother...
I want to go back in time. I want to waste my time machine just to go back and give someone the bird or have a better comeback. Like one time... Okay, I'm embarrassed to admit this.
We got 30 seconds to go.
I'm embarrassed to admit this, but about 15 years ago I decided I don't care what anyone thinks of me, I'm going to buy rollerblades. I know they're super gay. I put on my rollerblades, and I'm going from my house in San Diego down to the bay to rollerblade around the bay. I know it's retarded. I would never do it again. And I'm at the light, and these 4 kids blow up to me in a little Honda Accord, like 16-year-olds, and the guy looks at me and he goes, rollerblades are for fags. And I had nothing to say except for, you're a fag. And I was like, oh, my God. That's my witty comeback, and I dream about having a time machine to go back, and with some great response.
Brett, good luck to you, man.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. We'll be better.
I'll probably talk to my dad or my mom.
Yeah, do it and call us back.
Okay.
All right, dig it. Get some sleep.
Yeah.
Bye.
We got 15 minutes if we want it.
15 more?
Let's do it.
Bo Sortman on our Facebook said, keep going.
All right, let's do it.
Let's keep going.
How do I get a beer?
Okay. Here, you know how to get that trunk open? Can you grab me another one, too? Wait a minute. You know what? I'll have to pee then when I drive home, so I don't want to have another beer. All right, I'll take another beer.
Pee before you drive home.
I know, but the problem is I have a weak bladder. You know, hey, how about this? Can you explain this one to me? Do you ever have this issue? Sometimes I have to pee so bad, I'm freaking out. I'm sweating. I'll be in the car, and I'm like, 5 more blocks to go, and I have to pee so bad, and then I'll see, like, an accident, and it just completely my feeling of having to pee just stops because I find something interesting to look at.
I've heard that the best way, like if you're dying of having to go to the bathroom, is to try and get a boner.
Try and get a boner.
If you can get sexually turned on, because that little, your vas deferens or whatever it is, it'll close off, and then you won't have the urge to pee
vas deferens
anymore.
carries the semen, doesn't carry the urine.
Whatever, your urethra will clench up.
Vas deferens, by the way, would be a really great name for a band.
Oh, it wouldn't be a good name for a band.
It's great, because it's a great name for a band. I didn't tell you what kind of band it was either, by the way, so don't make a judgment.
My worst ever having to pee story was I was in Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah. And your girlfriend wasn't ready for it?
Shut up. I was whale watching.
Mm-hmm.
For like 3 hours on an open raft.
And there was no bathroom.
On
a raft.
Open raft, and we get out there. We get about we're finally out in the open sea where we can go fast in the little raft. And I'm like, oh my god, I have to pee so bad. And so we're like looking at whales and looking at seals, and they're launching over the waves using them like ramps, and I'm just doubled over and just grabbing my bladder the entire time. And I would have peed, but there was like 6 other random families on the raft with us. So it was terrible.
You waited till you got back?
I nearly died.
Why is Anderson killing so much time by getting those beers?
He's showing me a package.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a ween sticker in it for you.
Aw, you guys got each other gifts? That's so sweet.
Some person sent it to us. It's a long story that we shouldn't be talking about right now.
You know what? I don't want to keep apologizing for us sucking. We need to just pick up our game a little bit and make this show better.
It's been strong the last recent time.
Well, I think I really think if we did like a 3 or
time, that was
if we did like a 5-hour show, because now that I know people are listening, it's much more exciting.
It is, right? See, now you don't have to pee because you're excited.
I don't have to pee anyway right now. I'll have to go the minute I get on the freeway.
The thing about saving up pee, though, is when there's a bathroom attendant.
It's good to stretch your bladder out. Oh, yeah.
No, when there's a bathroom attendant,
he earns that money.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I want to ask you a personal question.
Okay.
You always wear sandals, I notice.
Yeah, you bring this up every time.
No, but here's the problem with that. Now, I'm not being judgmental. I just find if I'm coming back from the pool or something, and I have my sandals on, and I pee, I always feel the mist or splash of pee, which leads me to believe every time you pee, there's some pee residue is getting on your legs and on your feet.
Are you peeing in a urinal or in a toilet?
Against a flat wall. No, of course, yeah. Doesn't matter where, but...
that's why, those urinals with the little bees on them?
Are you supposed to hit that?
That's what it's for, because they realize if there's a thing in the urinal, guys will aim for it.
Well, you know what? Here's another thing that people don't know about me, is I pee sitting down at home.
In urinals?
At home.
Okay.
Only at home, but and I don't know why people think that's so odd.
I do it in the morning when I'm tired.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
Yeah. You know what sucks is when you think you have to go take a dump, and you get your little literature that you want to enjoy, and you get in there and you don't have to. And now you're just sitting and reading with your pants down for no reason. And you know how absurd that would look if you're just in your living room sitting on your park lounge with your pants down, but you're not jacking, you're just reading.
What do you wear at home? Because the minute I walk into my house, I don't do it for any weird reason. It's just more comfortable. I literally walk in the front door, I go up the stairs, and I take off all my clothes but my underwear. No matter what, morning, day, I'll do it when I get home tonight. Well, of course I'm going to bed when I get home, but if I'm working on photos all day or something, I'm sitting in my underwear.
I do that when I wake up. I don't do it if I get home in the middle of the day. But
really?
If I wake up from bed, obviously I'm just in boxers, and then I hang out like that. But then it starts to get kind of depressing, though. When you think about it, you step back and you look what you look like. You're just sitting with your laptop watching.
You know what the worst, most depressing thing is, and you're in better shape than I am. I'm assuming.
Hardly.
But here's the most depressing thing. Don't ever, and my place I have now doesn't have this, but the last place I lived in had a mirror in my bedroom facing me.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on my bed one time and I looked over, and if you're just sitting down, there's no way not to have your gut sticking out. Yeah. And I just got the side view, and I was like, that is repulsive.
I have this
giant... When I'm standing up straight, it looks like my stomach is flat, but when I sit down, hunched over, it's all of a sudden I have this giant stomach, and it was so disturbing and so... God. I hate myself. Seriously. I hate myself.
We're talking about bellies and sitting around in our apartments with just our boxers on. Anderson's not... I think he's just going home. I think he's just...
Why did he check out? I want to keep talking.
I know. He's being an asshole. Let's talk about... He can't hear us right now. Oh, he just can't hear me.
Thank you.
If you talk.
I appreciate it.
Look at Grandpa trying to use the internet.
What's that? Was that Tyler's gift you just threw across the room?
Yes, that is my gift.
I don't want to mention this while he's listening, but like at Comic-Con, I saw some pretty cool Ween stuff, and I didn't buy it. I meant to buy it. I was going to give it to him as a gift, and I didn't. I just forgot and left. I'm like, and I have pictures of it on my phone, and I never even showed it.
Oh, that makes it better. Here, look, here's the thing I almost got you.
We went to a Ween show, and it was odd. Anderson's very moody.
Right now?
No, he just goes in and out of these weird moods. Like we
I've
never done anything with him, and we went to a Ween show, and we met at a bar at downtown Disney, and he was sitting at the bar
Man Treat?
reading a book. And I was like, that's pretty weird. You're sitting at a bar reading a book. That's what I do. I was like, well, I've never even read a book, let alone went into a bar. I feel weird looking at my phone in a bar.
I feel weird just like at Starbucks, like using my laptop.
Yeah, me too.
I don't understand the people who can sit in there for 6 hours. I was in Starbucks the other day.
Can't relate.
And I was getting a drink for my girlfriend, and while I'm waiting in line, I'm looking at the person next to me, and they were just watching Mad Men on their laptop.
Yeah.
In Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Wouldn't you feel more comfortable at home?
Unless they don't have the internet or something, but
it's got to be that. It's gotta be.
I'm just gonna go to Starbucks and watch Mad Men. I'm gonna finish season 2.
I think everyone I know that tells me they work in Starbucks, I think they're full of crap, because how can you work in a business that's annoying? And not only that, I'm just typing away on my lifelong, my work, all of a sudden in the background,
no fat latte.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I love hate Starbucks. Like, I hate the one I'm gonna go do tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, I'm not spending the night here. Well, every night every time I spend the night in L.A. and I drive home like at 7 in the morning, I go to the same Starbucks in Buena Park, which is a shitty neighborhood. But it's just, it drives me nuts, man. I can't stand waiting in line behind people. I can't stand their bullshit grande, venti crap. Just, every time I say large, grande or whatever the large one is, I'm like, large.
I'll take the big one.
I'm never going to say venti, grande, or...
Really? You're one of those guys?
I am absolutely one of those guys.
I absolutely am too, and I thought I was by myself. I say medium every single time. But you know what? Over the years, my order has gotten more and more. I get the medium Zen tea. It used to be medium green tea, but then now they have like a myriad of
what is the Zen tea? Is it like a fruit flavor tea or something?
No, it's green.
Is it good?
So now my order sounds like this, because they used to try and give me 2.
Zen tea sounds like Xantor.
They think I'm saying venti, so I got to say medium Zen tea, double cup, 1 bag. Which sucks, because I just want to say medium green tea.
And here's why I'll never do that. And here's why I'm the world's fat. Okay,
I say medium Zen tea, and then they say venti, and then I watch them do it wrong, and I have to say no. But I'm not one of those people that says no. 3 cubes of ice, please. 3.
Yeah. I am the world's fastest Starbucks orderer. I only order stuff that's sitting right in front of me.
I love that you don't say tall venti.
I say large coffee.
Their shortest one is called tall.
I have my money in hand.
That's not true, actually. The shortest
including the tip. It's $3.25, and I leave $1. I leave way too much for the girl that doesn't do anything and has an attitude.
You leave $1 for them?
I leave $1.25 or $1.50.
Why would you do that?
Because it's a $5.
You're a barista lover.
I go large coffee, apple fritter. Don't warm it up, because they're right there. And I'm in and out of that place in friggin' seconds.
You say it like that, you say, don't warm it up.
Absolutely, and I am also
why they give you attitude.
I am the world's fastest ATM guy. I have my card in hand.
Ass to mouth guy?
I'm in and out of ass to mouth.
You ever been to Cold Stone?
Yeah.
No.
You ever give them tips?
I've never paid anything.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
It's
embarrassing.
Well, whose business model is that? Do people want that?
Does somebody take pride in the fact that they rang a bell and they all yelled when you left $1?
It depends on what you tip, too, apparently. I've been in there where they tip small, and they give them a little like, hey, thanks for the tip, blah, blah, blah. And then if you give like $1, if there's any kind of bill involved, they'll do somersaults and gymnastic maneuvers.
You know what people don't know? It's actually a corporate-wide thing. So anytime there's a tip given across the country, everyone has to all do it.
That's a lie. This is
you guys, I gotta also point out, I'm a moron when it comes to mathematics as well, because I eat out a lot.
3 + 4.
Pretty much. I can't even start there. No, I'm talking tip-wise. Sometimes if it's an odd number, I'm boggled by it. And I remember just recently, I think our bill was $40, and I left her $20. And Miranda's like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Let's just get out of here." I go, "Let's just leave." I'm like, "What am I doing? What am I doing?"
Did I tell you when Jeffrey Ross was in here a couple nights ago, he was asking about you?
No, I saw him last night, though. I love Jeff Ross. I think he's a great guy.
I'm sorry, Tyler. What were you about to say?
I was at Joe's Crab Shack the other night.
Why would you go there? Why
Is it good?
Fuck would you ever go there?
Is it good?
I'd rather go to Bubba Gump's Shrimp Factory.
I had a delightful time.
What'd you have?
I had the big steaming thing with 2 lobsters and a bunch of clams and some shrimp and
really?
some sausage.
How much does that cost?
It was $40. Split it with my girlfriend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm opening up a gift package from a fan that was addressed to me as well as Drew.
Awesome. I got a gift package the other day. I got a star.
The postmark on it is June. It is currently the end of August, and it's sitting in Tyler in my office, but it's more Tyler's office than mine these days. And he did not inform me.
Got it.
Which stall was that?
You just got it today? Really?
Just got it today. It was leaning against the door.
Well, I'm opening something for me right now. Something that I need badly.
I got a great gift in the mail the day before yesterday, or 2 days ago, 3 days
Chad
ago.
Marshall, thank you very much.
Very thick, very large, brand new
giant
Star Trek book that we're in.
Oh my God! Look at
Like our show is in?
No, the show that I directed actually. But
Is that the exact Booglish that is coming off of your car? And
first of all, it's not Booglish, it's Boognish.
Well, it should be Booglish.
And it's the Ween Boognish that I absolutely need because mine's completely peeling off my car. So, Chad Marshall, thank you so much.
Hey, do you have a Ween tattoo?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I know
And
you do.
Is it on your wiener?
This girl at this other job that
Anderson Cowan has a Ween tattoo. It almost sounds sexually weird.
This guy was biting my arm at this other job that I do sometimes, and I pulled up because I could feel the slobber going through my shirt. So I pulled up my shirt, and my Ween Boognish, or Boogalish, as Tyler likes to say.
It sounds better.
It was exposed, and this girl who I never ever found attractive, who I work with over there, she was in the area, and she saw my throbbing large shoulder muscle. I was trying to think of the word for shoulder muscle. Detroit, whatever. She saw the Boognish, and she goes, "Oh my God,
I am Detroit.
You like
Robotic.
Ween?"
Ardos.
She said, "You like Ween?" And she immediately became very attractive. Not very, but she became moderately attractive. She became like I could put my wiener by her and not be...
Would you rather... What band do you hate the most?
REO Speedwagon.
Okay, would you rather go out... Would you rather have sex with a girl who can't stop singing REO Speedwagon or one of the dudes in Ween? That's a tough one.
Dudes in Ween.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Anderson, speaking of the thing on the back of your car, the Boognish,
Boog.
did you see what was written in the dust?
Yeah, I saw that. Thanks a lot, Tim.
What was it?
It's a long story. We don't have time. We have less than 2 minutes. But he wrote, essentially, Tyler wrote Corolla on the back of my car, which was completely unnecessary and upsetting. I didn't bring it up.
Just gave the punchline without
I thought it was a wash me joke because when I twittered today that if I ever see a dusty baby, I'm going to write with my finger on him, change me.
Where are you ever going to see a dusty baby?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
If you ever find a dusty baby, that means like some terrible
I know, I got to call
collapsed.
CPS after I write that on him.
Maybe his mom is addicted to crystal meth.
God, I hope so.
And she's very messy with her speed.
Can we take one more call before we go out?
Yeah.
It actually doesn't...
Brett, thanks for calling, buddy. Brett hung up on us.
He didn't hang up on us. He's
gone.
He's like a miniature adult. He's not going to hang on the phone for another 2 hours while we talk.
What up, bitch?
Hello. Go ahead. Talk. Hello.
Joe, you still there? And we have exhausted our resources.
Really?
So
There's no more phone calls?
You know what? I think we could...
hey, what's the number for this place, by the way?
It's LOVE 191.
Is that
1-800-LOVE 9.
Was that number acquired because of 91X?
No, it's a good question though, but no. So we don't have a name, but we will, and we will be back to F around next Wednesday. At the same
I say
time.
we assemble a best of for Thursday.
Good one,
oh, that's so
Only
awesome.
about 8 seconds long.
All right, kids, thanks for calling.
If anyone has any ideas, honestly,
we'll
send them to our Twitter accounts.
Mike Carano, Anderson Cowan, Tyler White.
Out.
Got good.
He did?
No.